if a lot of people know about this, it's going to be easier to crack. Remember that show, Pretty Little Liars? They're like, there's a secret, can you keep it? But it says something like, if it's not a secret, if more than one person knows. Oh, that's what the line is. A secret, can you keep it? Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Yeah. So only two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Exactly. Wow, you have such a good memory.
Hey, citizens, how are y'all? We are here because breaking news, we have an arrest in the David case. That was DFJ a while back. She had made that video of they're gonna get caught because it's only a matter of time. So
yeah, I can't even believe this. This has been such a crazy day, and this like came out of nowhere. Especially because we just heard that like his family was not cooperating with the grand jury, so that we didn't think anything was going to happen for a while.
Yeah, I was pretty shook because today we had a comment. If you guys were there in the morning show, let me actually pull it up. We had a comment and I went and I posted in my community today because towards the end of the show, the morning show, the Blake Lively stuff, if you guys follow Objection Live, there was a comment. And so I posted this. I said, tomorrow at 9 a.m., we'll catch up on other celebrity legal drama from Diddy to Brad and more per request from fellow citizen at ISIS Mail 2488. Who commented on today's show. We will be circling back to justice for Celeste Rivas and the David case as well. So I had already pulled up some stuff for the morning show where I was gonna, some people were doing like a letter writing campaign and trying to get justice for Celestine. Like, where are you? So here's the comment. Oh, let me see if I can make it bigger. Hold on. Can I see the full comment, like the full picture? I don't think I can, but basically it says, what about justice for Celeste? And so I was already like planning to talk about David tomorrow morning. And I had just been heavily thinking about Celeste because I was like, wow, like it made me think about it again, like, oh, like justice for Celeste. And then it happened. So what a great thing for her because everybody was wondering what the heck is going on, Everyone's like, when is he going to get arrested? There's a body chopped up in his car. What's going on? And
a minor body.
yeah, and she was a minor. So for those who may not know the case or just joining in, or this is Celeste Rivas Hernandez on the left, and David on the right is a famous rapper. And in his vehicle, there was Celeste's body that was found while he was out of town. And it seemed like she had been unalived and had been there for months. So the body was decomposed. We later found out that it was dismembered, and nobody had been arrested. And when was the initial? It was last year sometime, right? When did they find the car? September?
Yeah, I remember me and you were talking about this like a long time ago, I feel.
Let me remember if anybody's a little smarty in the chat. Let me see. When did Celeste's body get found? I'm pretty sure it's been a couple months, y'all. Like, I'm thinking September.
September 8th, police found the remains.
Yeah, I was right. September 8th. Yep. So since September, we've been talking about it in the channel. If y'all look below, whether you're on my channel or DFJ's, we both have videos on the David case. We were like trying to sleuth it out and being like, who could have done it? At one point we were thinking maybe like his friends who were driving the car, maybe it wasn't him, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But as more stuff started to come out, we started to figure out that there were receipts that David knew Celeste because there was a live stream in which they were together. And there was also like Discord messages between them, or basically that people knew about the relationship. Her cousin,
the teacher,
had already made a statement, her teacher. So we're going to get into everything that we can find on the net right now because this is still fresh off. Let me pull up the LAPD PIO. So this was 2 hours ago. It says LAPD News detectives from Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested David Burke, a 21-year-old resident of Los Angeles, for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Burke is being held without bail. The case will be presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. So, I mean, I think that he might have gotten arrested on a Friday also, just to be like, yeah, you got to sit in jail all weekend with no bond. Because
Yeah.
sometimes do that, they will. But I also think that maybe was he trying to run or something? Because we're trying to figure out the grand jury stuff, and we're going to talk about the grand jury stuff because we kind of gave you guys information on the last stream on DFJ's channel about David, the grand jury, how it was going to have to restart 30 days, and then Lauren came and was like, "No, it's a year."
Yeah, I was just sent you that post because this was 2 days ago when she posted that, and I was like, "A
Yeah,
year?"
I have it up already, but
Oh.
I don't have the screenshot, so hold on. But I have it from Reddit where someone said that it was corrected. So yeah, let's just pull it up right here. It says David's family isn't off the hook yet. Criminal grand juries in Los Angeles can extend for up to a year. A Texas judge hasn't ruled on their appeal. Full link below. And then DFJ's like, a year? Because we had let me pull up the one that I had. We had gotten, well, I had gotten my sources from SF Investigates, who had said 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were under the impression that it was 30 days. Right here. It says LA Mag criminal grand juries in Los Angeles can extend for a year, contradicting Steve Fisher's 1 month comment. So that's when we were like, wait, hold on. It's a whole year. So we had hope. This was 2 days ago when we were like, wait, there might still be hope. Because if you guys don't know, in Texas, there's an appeal going on. DFJ just did an episode, me and her. So her last true crime one, or two episodes ago, right? Because you just did a recent one on Aaron Spencer.
It was me, yeah, me and you.
Yeah, it's
No,
two
it was
episodes
the
down.
last true crime one I did was with you.
Yeah, it was the true crime updates one that we
Yep.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And basically his parents were being asked by the grand jury to testify. His best friend already testified. And his parents were asked to testify, but they said, we're out of your jurisdiction. You know, we don't know what this is about, because it was all mostly redacted. And the only thing that we could see in it was that David's name was a part of it, but not how. And so they basically were told, no, you have to go testify. And they appealed it in the Texas Appeals Court. So that was under appeal. And we thought that the grand jury could only sit for 30 days, and those 30 days had passed. So we're like, wow, they're going to have to start the whole process all over again. But then Lauren 2 days ago was like, no, you don't. It's up to a year. So we were still thinking that there was going to be some kind of movement. And she literally just texted his parents a couple days ago. Let's go to Lauren's page real quick. Let me see where it's at, if I can find it, because maybe she does post a lot. But she just posted that she just talked to the parents' attorney and that they had yeah, she posted a ton. But basically she had talked to the parents' attorney and they had said that there's still no movement in the appeal case, like still nothing. But let's give Lauren her flowers, because she stayed on their necks. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally she's been doing a ton of work, like especially with the talking to their attorney and
And in Texas, how she got that document,
mhm.
you know, before like anyone, where that was in there about that he was considered one of the main suspects. And Christina, I don't know if you caught the very beginning, but the two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. That was a hat tip to you, because when we were talking, we were saying that he was going to get caught if there's more than one person. And I don't know, CJ, I keep seeing one thing I keep seeing in all these posts and articles is like they keep saying they think that there's another person. And so I just wonder, who do you think that other person is?
Well, we know Neo is saying that he's innocent. Remember, he had his
Mm-hmm.
posts. Let me see if I can pull up those Neo posts. But let me see. It was Neo on TMZ is where it's on. Let's see.
Because if there's more than one person, the chances of getting caught are so much higher. And so, I mean, but it does seem like someone else had to know about this, unless David is going around buying the cadaver bags himself, which is so insane. Like, I hope that's how he got caught.
Hold on. I don't know why it's glitching. I think it's trying to
Like,
play
who
that.
buys human cadaver bags?
Yeah, that is just crazy. So this is the statement from Neo the Asian, his friend, which I thought initially might have been involved. I even suspected his brother because I was like, who was there when he was out on tour? In the beginning,
Mhm.
I didn't suspect David. I thought it's like, oh, who had the car? You know what I mean? But Neo the agent says, this is what he posted. This is his friend. I think the worst part is that me as a person, my side of things, all for that to be thrown out the effing window as soon as I get arrested. And they slap that dickhead's name next to mine. And for the
Oh,
record, the thing I was arrested for, I wasn't even charged. They never filed it, and my warrant was retracted because there is more to the story than what's on the news. But there was another one. That's not the comment. Let me go see if I can find the other comment because there was another one that oh dang, and now I'm getting the wheel of death, freaking TMZ.
I
There
was
was
gonna
another
say
one.
you're getting like some feedback.
Yeah, he's like, hold on, let me just take it off and then I'll pull it back up. He basically was there's another post that he put like on his stories where he's um like I'm innocent and the truth is gonna come out. Like I finally talked and I did the right thing. That's what
So
he
he's
said.
not friends with David anymore.
Mm-mm. And then he
Wow.
even said, like, I did the right thing. I talked. Even though initially I didn't want to talk, I finally talked. So I don't
So,
think Neo is gonna be one of the ones.
but he knew something, and that's what's crazy is like if people just knew about a random like an offing of a minor. I mean, that's just crazy.
Because that other girl that was also friends with him, I forget, is it Asia?
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
she she was also like 10 toes deep on him in the beginning, and then she kind of like deleted
Mhm.
everything and all that stuff. So I don't know if there's another person. I feel like he just did it himself, to be honest. But Lauren is saying that the case is going to be presented. Obviously, that's from the LAPD, but
On Monday.
some more research. Obviously, I always like to go support and read her stuff because I don't know if they know that people are reading it, but I just like supporting her. So that's the only thing I read on LA Mag is just her stories. But okay, so David arrest. She says, I just called the Los Angeles County Jail's Inmate Information Center after Burke did not appear in the inmate lookup system. They confirmed he was arrested on suspicious of murder and said that recent arrests may take up to 5 hours to appear in the booking database. So he's still not showing up. So that's the latest from her. And then SF investigates also. I mean, I'm giving him his flowers because he was the one that was, he found that email. Remember the email? Do you remember the
Ye
email, DFJ, where, they were basically, saying, like, "We know Celeste is at your house," or was it to his manager? Like, some people think the manager might be involved. He got
was
the ma
that verified, that email?
I don't know if it was ever verified, but
Remember
he said he had
there
gotten
was
it.
something weird about that. I remember there was some controversy around it, but I do know what you're talking about. All of a
But
sudden, the
remember
manager
the
was like,
manager the grand jury held him for 4.5 hours, remember? Remember that's when the
yeah.
TMZ person was in the hallway or something and overheard
Mhm. Yeah.
it? He was like, "I don't understand, like, I'm just his manager, like, I ain't his." Like, I forget what exactly he said, but he was basically, like, bitching about how he was in there for so long. Um,
So,
so
it's crazy. I just wonder what yeah, we can
this
speculate
is
all day
8
long, but
hours
yeah.
ago. Look, this is 8 hours ago. This is SF. 7 months since she was found dismembered and still no charges, no press conference, no answers. Like, SF was pissed. He was like, "What's going on?"
It
I
has
will
been, such a long time. It's like, he was right. Like, he was getting so he's like, "This is insane."
LAPD's own press release told the public there may be no criminal culpability beyond the concealment of a body. So, but we just saw that Lauren called and they said that he's being held on suspicion of murder,
Murder.
not concealment of a body. That was a lie. Concealment is a misdemeanor in California, and dismemberment is mutilation of a corpse, a felony. The DA's own legal filings confirm her body was cut apart and placed in separate bags. This is not concealment, and they knew that from day one. They lied to us. So why are LAPD and the DA lying to the public? They also sealed, maybe because they didn't want him to run. They also sealed the medical examiner's report, claiming it was only to ensure that detectives received it first, yet months later it remains sealed. Why the silence? Why no transparency? Why no charges? What are they hiding? Is this a blown investigation? Like, do you think because Steve was on their ass, they're like, we just need
No,
to make an
but I have
arrest?
a question. I have a question. So you said wh something about, like, do they think he would run? But I thought the whole reason why they couldn't arrest him is because he was on tour out or he was outside of California.
Well, maybe he's back in LA because he was
So
arrested in LA. So maybe they had
so
to
they
wait.
had something. They could have gotten him in LA, and that's why I can't believe he came back.
Maybe that's what
I bet
happened.
someone
He
set
came
him
back
up and
and
said,
got
like,
him.
someone they
Justice
probably I
delayed is justice denied. And seriously, like, I mean, justice for Celeste finally. I have it pinned up there, y'all, but justice for her finally.
the other thing I like about SF Investigates, he was like saying, "I wish her family would advocate for her as well,"
Yeah,
because
we
it
have
was
some stuff on the family that her cousin already said something.
what'd she
And
say?
he was basically saying that they treated her like an animal and stuff. Let's finish Steve's real quick and then we'll move on to that one. But yeah, she
Okay.
posted some stuff that her family was not good to her. Finally, David has been arrested. So he was like, so okay, let's see. That was just the same thing from the PIO. So this is where like it's extra info here, you guys. David was arrested by complaint, not indictment, and the case will be submitted to the DA's office by Monday for charging consideration. This likely means either the grand jury did not return an indictment or the DA chose not to seek one. An arrest by complaint means there will be a preliminary hearing to determine probable cause. This is a public hearing where evidence is presented and witnesses are questioned under oath, something that is bypassed with the grand jury indictment. And I don't know if that's like a California thing because I remember when I was following the Larry Milletti case that he had a probable cause hearing and he's going to go to trial here, I think in
Okay,
August.
I have the video of him being arrested.
Okay, pull it up.
Okay.
Wait, hold on really quick before you pull it up. It will be important to see whether this reflects a difference in strategy or a difference of opinion regarding the strength of the case between LAPD and the DA, or if there's another reason for proceeding this way. Immunity agreements, whether formal or informal, a proffer, remain in effect even though there was no indictment. Ooh, that's juicy. Okay, so we'll talk about the proffer afterwards, but yeah, pull it up.
Okay.
You have access, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just had it right here. Hold on. This is so crazy.
No, he has been arrested, but he just hasn't been charged, Christina. She said no one has been arrested or charged at this time. He has been arrested, just not charged.
I just had it.
Everything in this live is alleged, and our theory, no one has been but he was arrested. He just hasn't been charged officially. But thank you for the disclaimer, Christina.
Okay, here it is. Oh, but this is hold on. I just had this isn't the video. This is a David arrest video. Okay, it is video, it says. Let me pull it up for you. 1 second.
Oh, I know I should probably be like, but I'm looking at the chat. Sorry, y'all. I'm like just all quiet. Y'all are just like,
Oh, okay, because I can remove it and then I can add mine to stage.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
Can you add yours or do you need
Yeah. Now it is.
Oh, TMZ's got the T. Zoom in more. Can you zoom in more?
Yeah, it's gonna make us watch this stupid ad.
All right, guys. So thank you for joining us. We're here live. If you just stepped in, David was arrested on suspicion of murder for the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez in LA.
Okay, here, this one's better.
And we are waiting on the video from TMZ.
I'm just doing it here. Finally, they posted it. Okay, can you see?
Just make it big. See how you can like do the little arrow right there on the X so that way it fills up the whole screen on the right. Yeah, there you go.
How did they know?
Can you zoom in further or no?
Let me see.
No, huh? Because I think the video is just zoomed in like that, like on your computer. I think that's as far as it goes. Yeah. Well, good for TMZ for hiding out in the bushes. But you can barely make him
Hiding
out.
in the bushes. How did they know?
I can barely tell which one is him.
He's right here. See?
Okay. Is he wearing like a sweater or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sweatshirt. Looks like baggy pants. Really baggy pants. I mean.
Dang.
And
Yeah,
then
play it one more time. It's the dang TMZ watermark too. Like, geez,
I
just
know
let
why
it
they had to put it over him. So it looks like, yeah, they're arresting him.
Is
They
this at
pat
his
him
LA
down.
house? Do we know? What is TMZ saying? Where is this at? Must be his house in LA.
Why would he go home? I bet he was baited to come home. They were probably like, you left some evidence. You should need to come deal with it or something. Like, I bet he was baited to come back because his family would have told him, don't go back to LA. You will get arrested. Or he's just a dumbass. I mean, yeah, they're patting him down and they're holding him without bail, which is also interesting.
Yeah, no bond, y'all. No bond.
Like, that almost never happens in California.
I feel like I need a different bar
What do you mean?
ticker. I'm like, I feel like I need a different ticker. That's all right. Like something saying like, what's happening. David's arrested. No
Oh, that's a
bond.
good idea.
Yeah. Let me go to let's see what else we have. Let me refresh SF Investigates and see if he has any new info. It's saying that he's going to be live on News Nation with Jesse Weber later tonight. Okay, let's see. Let's play this one, the cadaver bag one. This was another video by DFJ. Wait, is it up or do I need to put it up?
Here, you need to add it.
Okay, there you go. Let's play this one.
We can't hear it. CJ,
You hear it?
no sound.
No sound. Okay, hold on. I hate it when it does that.
See on the bottom, it has like the thing with no sound.
No, it's always like when the audio goes out, it's like your audio has gone out. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Okay, hold on. Where is
Oh
it?
yeah, Doug King Bob, you're so smart. He's like, if he wasn't charged yet, he can't get bond. So they must like, wow, they must have something good. I just can't believe it took this long to get him. I wonder what will sink him. That'd be crazy if it's the cadaver bag, but I mean, it's so obvious. How do you get a human cadaver bag? Like,
You must order them online or something, right?
that's
Like,
what I'm thinking because I'm like, where could you go where you walk in with cash to buy a cadaver bag? Like that just seems so sketchy. Like, hey, I'm just here, no big deal. Just buy. Do you have some human cadaver bag? And where would you even go? Like the local morgue? I just, I,
this was her question. That's why she made this short because she's like, what the heck? And that's why we were like, why isn't he arrested? Like there was a dang cadaver bag. And we'll talk a little bit more about what the other evidence that SF Investigates found in his house.
and then Prickly Pear's like Amazon. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. If you do it online, then there's going to be a trail. Just ask Brian Coburg or inmate 214. Who bought the knife on Amazon, which isn't crazy.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, I started playing the video not realizing that you were okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
I didn't see it on the screen.
Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, I hadn't pulled it up. That's why. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you make it bigger?
Is that good?
Yeah, perfect. So just look it up together. Cadaver. Well, move it up a little bit. A cadaver bag is a body bag or human remains pouch. Perfect. Non-porous, waterproof, and durable pouch designed to contain human remains. Why the hell would you need to buy a cadaver bag? Remember when they did show some of the photos and people were saying that it was a black trash bags? Remember at first people were guessing that they were trash bags? So maybe it was just black cadaver bags. What if the doorbell guy or shrubbery guy from the Nancy Guthrie case, what if it wasn't a tarp in his backpack? What if it was a cadaver bag? What if that's the new thing now? Is there like a TikTok of cadaver bags? I need to know. I'm very curious. SF Investigates. He has been on this, the David case for a while, and I cut her apart, placed her remains inside those bags, put her in the trunk of a Tesla, and went on with their lives. They purchased cadaver bags. They went to the extent of purchasing cadaver bags. And still, 6 months later, there are no charges, no accountability, silence, sealed records. Threaten me with contempt all you want. I will proudly take that contempt charge in the pursuit of justice for Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We need to let the LAPD and DA's office know we are mad and this is not acceptable. I wish her family would do the same. Here is the 151-page court filing for anyone willing to read it. Talk about a freaking mic drop. I think he said that very well. So,
yeah, that was crazy. He fought hard.
yeah, I was going to say, I get chills every time that one post was so, I've never seen him like that. Like, he was just like, he was so appalled. He's like, they bought cadaver bags and you're saying like that you don't have anything on these people? You haven't done anything? It was crazy.
And so then remember that he also found, what was it that he found? There was a freezer, right? Like a box for a large
No,
freezer.
that was something else. No, what Steve found was the incinerator, the thing that burned. Remember?
Mhm.
That giant device that you kind of you incinerate things. Like that is something that I don't even think you are legally allowed to operate one of those in a residential neighborhood. He did a post on it a while back, and actually I think me and you talked about it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there was other evidence. So if y'all don't follow SF Investigates, he's in the description as well. But I really wanted to give him and Lauren their flowers because they did not. I mean, obviously, we move on to other cases. I'm like in Blake Lively hell still, but I mean, and they also cover other stuff too. They're doing other stuff simultaneously, but they were doing the legwork, fine, following up on that Texas appeal with the parents, following up on what was there. I mean, SF Investigates, he keeps saying they. I mean, the word they keeps getting thrown around. We have are allegedly here, but who in the chat thinks that there might be more than one arrest? Hey Pam, both Pams are here. What's up, Pam? Yep, they finally got him. She says, "Hey, what's up?"
I think no, I wonder if I don't know. I feel like there could be 2 arrests just so, they're going to try to get someone to talk. But it seems like Neo was the guy who they already got talking, right? Because he obviously must have known something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We're talking about who else was around him. We know it was Neo, it was that girl
Well,
Asia.
who was moving his
Celeste.
car?
Remember the other Celeste too? There was like 2 other Celestes.
CJ, who was
Yeah.
moving his car?
Was it Neo? I don't remember who was moving his car.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and Trish reminded me because, I've kept saying, I'm like, it was a Tesla. Like, Tesla has data for everything. It has data for when the door was open, which key fob was used. There's video, and, I guess we did see that you can turn off video, but it's like, well, then who did that? It defaults to have
Oh, remember they found
vid
that fob on the ground, and we
Yep.
think that's why it didn't get moved? Dang, I'm remembering all the details about this case, y'all. I wish that I had put a little graphic or something for y'all, but we'll know more Monday. We'll probably stream maybe Monday night. Because we'll know more by then. He'll be indicted. But do you
CJ, you
remember
cut
that?
out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we missed all that, what you said before.
I said, remember the key fob that they found?
Yeah, but that was, I thought they said that wasn't related.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay. Because I was going
Yeah.
to say, I was like, maybe that's why the car didn't get moved. Because remember, we were like, why weren't they moving the car anymore? Like, who left it there? Look, Christina, we never found out who was moving the car. They haven't revealed that. Who forgot to move it? Because remember, it had gotten a bunch of tickets before.
Death.
So I don't. Can you hear me
CJ,
still?
your sound cut out. You got the wheel of death on your screen.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me pull this out. Hold on.
It's probably because there's so many tabs because there were so many things that had to get pulled up with this case, This was crazy. Like, seriously. Yes, when did they arrest him? It was today, Lori Jane. It was a few hours ago. Like, I had the biggest event today to save the land that I know a lot of you know about, and CJ knows, and, I had my phone off. And I had to give a speech, and, I just ended. I turned my phone on, and I see CJ's, girl, David was arrested. We got to go live. And
Have to go live. Like, you don't
was like,
understand.
I know. I told my group, I was like, yo, I have a true crime channel and this is huge. I got to go. And I just like booked it.
They arrested him 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, they arrested him. So yeah, I found out like an hour or like 45 minutes after they had arrested him, and then I had hit up DFJ, and she's like, I'm on my way home, and then I was like, I was getting itchy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on live on TikTok for a little bit, and then she hit me up. She was home, so we try to bring. That's why it's kind of like live and in person. We're finding out as you guys are finding out. I thought that we would go through the Reddits just to see what people were saying. I know his sister. Wait, before we go, I think I did bookmark one of the sisters' ones. Let me see.
Yeah, and I think I saw wasn't there one more. I thought I saw one more thing. Okay,
Look,
here, this one. Did you already see this one?
which one is it?
Here, I wonder if I can share it. Let me see.
Because I
This
saw this
one.
one on Reddit that he's online currently.
Wait, this one.
So maybe he
CJ.
was playing games.
This one.
Diddy's
Did you see?
attorney, or David, I said Diddy. David's attorney, Blair Burke, just sent me this below. Oh, this is new. No, this is
I
new.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. David Burke's, okay, let us be clear. The actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. There has been no indictment returned by any grand jury in this case and no criminal complaint filed. David has only been detained under suspicion. Okay, so you were right, Christina. He has not been arrested. He's, I guess, detained and arrested is the same thing. We will vigorously defend David's innocence. But I mean, that's what they're supposed to say. And
Wait a second. Wait a second. So, but I posted what LAPD said.
yeah,
The LAPD said arrested. Look, arrested. They didn't say detained. They said arrested.
Oh, but they really didn't say that it was for the, but she said that she called in
For the
that
murder.
that it was suspicion of murder. Oh yeah, for the murder. Yeah, it says arrested for the murder. Blair, I'm gonna have to call Cap on your word salad because
I know. I'm actually gonna.
LAPD. Hold up. Yeah, if you wanted to post right here, live and in person. Well, LAPD, we can see you typing it.
Wait, hold on. I did the wrong one though. It was this one.
Thank y'all for. Khaleesi's like, Cap, I'm calling Cap. You guys, I did an episode on Blair Burke. We did a whole deep dive on the lawyers. Like, I was ready. I was thinking the arrest is going to happen. I was like, here's her. Blair Burke's no joke, y'all. She's one of the big guys. Let me pull up Blair Burke. Like, if we're just kind of sat right now, I mean, I told her I just had coffee because I was going to clean my house. And so I'm kind of sat, y'all. So I don't know. I'm kind of just going with the flow, but let me see if we can get something up on Blair Burke. So it says a prominent Los Angeles-based criminal defense attorney known for representing high-profile celebrities and handling complex, high-stake cases. So she only does criminal because today I was thinking about who would have represented Baldoni if it wasn't Friedman. I was talking to somebody today. And I was like, I try to picture like big shots, like because Blair Burke is one of the big shots, but I didn't know she only did criminal.
Laura's here.
Oh, Laura, am I distracting you from painting?
This is late for Laura.
I tried to get Laura to come on if DFJ wasn't. I was like, you just got to fill in for DFJ. I got to go live. Like, I got to be with my people because we all went through this together. Like, we were trying to solve it. We were trying to figure out like what's going on. It's like I had said I wasn't coming back until David got arrested, remember? And then I knew I was coming back, but
I mean, but the timing was just so crazy. Like, yeah, I'd been like literally my phone was off. I turn it on after this like huge event and then I see that and we were all exhausted and I was like finally felt like I was done with this and then I see her that she's like, David was arrested. We gotta go live right now. I was like, see you guys. I gotta go. And I couldn't even believe it because we thought that this wasn't gonna happen. And again, like, I mean, when we first covered this, CJ, like last year, you did such a deep, such a good deep dive into like
his childhood and everything. Like, remember we pulled a video of him at the kickboxing gym. Yeah, it was a modding emergency. I didn't expect Laura to come on. I knew Christina would come on, and then I was like, we usually have a smaller crowd for the true crime stuff. So I was like, worst case,
She's
if
going
there's
to
no
bed.
mom, DFJ. Oh, you're going to bed. Aw, thank you. We love you too.
Love you.
I know she's got to be up in the morning for our show, the morning show. I'm just gonna light the candle on both ends like I usually do. I get the weekend off, even though I might be going on Saturday morning if like there's because that MJOP response of Blake's, but I bet you they're gonna be nothing burgers, the
Well,
MSJ and the MJOP of Blake Lively's case. But we were talking
oh
about
yeah.
oh, you brought this up. Was there anything else? Refresh Lauren's and see.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, see if anything else.
No, she
And see,
posted a
that's why I
TMZ.
love Lauren because,
We
like, she
showed the
went out
TMZ
and reached
video.
out for comment and everything. Like, she literally right away was like, "I'm waiting for comment from Blair Burke," and, like, I've called like, she is boots on the ground doing the work. I love that.
Let me see if SF
Literally look
invest.
up to her.
You want me to see if SF investigates?
Yeah, pull his up. But, what were we reading? Oh, we were reading the Blair Burke stuff too after you're done because, like, this is who this lady is, Miss Cat.
Do you want to pull up the News Nation?
Are they? Yeah, if they're oh, is he live? Yeah, we can pull that up. Pull it up real quick. While you're pulling
Okay.
that up, let me read Blair Burke's thing while you're getting it set up.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to go back to Blair Burke?
No, you go off and go set it up, and then I'll let you come back on the stage. So just remove yourself. Hold on.
You want this one? No?
No. I pulled up like her backstory. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay, okay. Let me go off. There you
yeah.
go.
But go set up the News Nation stream. See if we can stream it and see what he's talking about. Okay, so
Yeah.
guys, this is Blair Burke. Look. She represented Harvey Weinstein in 2017, Kanye West, Lindsay Lohan, Heather Locklear, and is now representing David. But she was known, she got this one, what was his name? The football player. She got, and Britney Spears too. She got this football player off who was like texting and driving and he hit somebody, but I don't think the person died. But yeah, she got him off on like like it was crazy work. Like she's a really, really good attorney. I remember we talked about it a little bit. Um, Pam is like cadaver bags being available to the public. Mind blown. I
Right?
know. Yeah. Like we still can't get over the cadaver bags. Is he on News Nation right now, this very second?
No, hold on. Why I put the sound off and then it went on anyways. Oh, I have to shut it off down here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, he was already on here.
Okay. It
I
says,
have it.
let's get that mugshot now. Buddy needs to rot underneath the underside of the prison. I can't wait to go through the Reddit. There's so much good stuff. Okay, let me remove mine and go ahead.
Okay, it's doing the ad for 10 seconds. Hold on, guys.
Good night,
Stupid
Laura.
ads.
Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you in the morning. Y'all, justice for Celeste, you guys.
I know.
Is her favorite
Finally.
color green? I see a lot of green hearts. I don't know what her favorite color is, but yeah, he was arrested. The case is going to be given
Okay,
to
here
the
we go.
attorney on Monday.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's not presenting on your end.
Singer has been in the spotlight ever since the body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez
hear
was
that?
allegedly discovered in the trunk of this Tesla, or his Tesla. And the pair were supposedly in a relationship, although that wasn't confirmed by authorities. When police found Celeste's body in a Los Angeles tow yard in early September, talking about how far back this goes, initial reports indicated that her body wasn't just decomposed, that it had been dismembered. Today, we may have finally gotten confirmation of that disturbing detail, and also official confirmation that there is a real active criminal case against David for a charge of murder. And this is all thanks to previously sealed court records that were obtained by private investigator Steve Fisher, which he released to the public. He's going to come on in a minute. But the records are tied to the Los Angeles County grand jury investigation against the singer, and they contain allegations that when detectives discovered Celeste's body in the trunk of that Tesla, it wasn't in one, but two bags, including one identified as, quote, a cadaver bag. Yeah, one body, two separate bags. and I don't know, call it ironic or not, but we are learning all of this is thanks to David's family. You see, his Houston-based father and other relatives, they were served a summons to testify in the pop star's case back in January. But when they tried to fight it, their legal battle, which contained these documents, became public record thanks to Texas law. And again, Steve, now these documents raise some very big questions about the strength of the case against the singer, because prosecutors have seemingly known these details for months, right? And finding a body in two separate bags sure seems like something that would lead to an arrest. So why isn't David or anyone associated with him in cuffs? Now, we've reached out to David's team for comment, haven't gotten a reply yet. Joining me now exclusively is missing persons private investigator Steve Fisher, who has been covering this story since it began. Steve, thanks so much for coming on. I first have to
pause it before we get to Steve, because I don't know how it goes with like copyright or whatever. I don't know how it like playing someone else's thing, but I think there's like a commentary thing. But I like that he pointed out though that the only reason why we know about this is because they tried to file that appeal. Otherwise, we wouldn't have seen all the documents that it was David and all that. Like, it was their own fault that we get to see David's name in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you thought that your son didn't do it, wouldn't you just go? Like, what do they have anything to hide? I don't understand. If he's innocent, why wouldn't it just makes him look guilty?
Okay, yeah, I think like they must have had a lot to be like, we want these people to come all the way from Texas out here to ask questions to the grand jury about their son, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And so I bet the family was like, well, no, we're not doing anything, you know? But didn't they say it was they filed it because it was sealed, right? And then did they finally get to see the unsealed charges?
No, we got to see.
No.
We never got to see it unsealed. We just got to see his name.
Yeah, we just got to see that part. But like they wanted the family's argument, though, I think, was that like we don't want to come out there because it's sealed. We want to see it unsealed, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think they did. Let's see what Steve says. Let's put back in with him.
Ask you, what led you to post all this today? And I'll be clear, you were quite vocal about your frustrations in this case.
Yeah, listen, these documents became available, and to be honest with you, it was the first confirmation that I got that she was actually dismembered. And that's something that, I couldn't find out. I really was hoping that that was not the case, and that just changed everything. I was vocal about it. I only do missing persons cases, and I'm really, really passionate about them, and especially about these victims that don't really have a voice and that are taken advantage of. And that is the case here with Celeste, who was 12 or 13 years old when this started. And it just, and I'm getting angry, to be honest with you. I don't like the way that things are moving forward, and the lack of transparency, but they're telling us that it's not a lot.
I just want to pause there to remind everyone, speaking of lack of transparency, remember the medical examiner even put out a statement saying they were frustrated with the fact that they weren't allowed to put out a transparent statement about what happened. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this has been a very, very strangely handled case. I will say that, but
yes,
I'll keep going.
Lack of transparency. It's just things need to change, and I think we need to get more vocal.
So I want to get into that, but now that this is in the court documents and is seemingly a confirmation, there was a conversation before, well, maybe she died accidentally. Let's say, there were some theories of drug overdose, people panicked, put her in the car, wasn't sure what to do with her. Now, if there's confirmation she was dismembered in such a brutal fashion and that they are looking at a murder charge for him, intentional murder, what does that tell you? What is your theory of this case right now regarding what might have happened to Celeste?
Well, what happened was vicious, and this was not. And we were hoping it was like an overdose and a bad decision made by some people to figure out how to get rid of her body. But she was hacked apart. She wasn't surgically taken apart. She was brutally pulled apart you know, with instruments and tools, and put in two separate bags, and then thrown in a trunk of a car, and they went on with their lives for many months. And while she was there rotting, and it's infuriating. It is just sadistic. It is. Listen, this is rare. This happens in the world, and this is why we need this person off the street. There's no.
Well, why do you think there's a delay in charges and arrest? Do you think this is a weakness in the case, or are they just building their case for the grand jury?
Well, you know, maybe they're building their case, but 6 months is a very long time. Like, how, you know, this isn't like we found remains in a desert and there was nothing to go on. We're starting from zero. This is a girl that was found in somebody's registered vehicle in a wealthy neighborhood with a lot of cameras, in a car that has cameras. And, you know, certainly, you know, listen, I deal with like search warrant returns on cell phones all the time. That stuff comes back in 2 or 3 days. So they have her phone activity. They might not have her phone, but they have all those, you know, things that they can tie together, and it just can't be that hard of a case. But if it is,
you mentioned the cadaver bag. Do you think that's tied to anybody?
Somebody bought it. I mean,
and they could track that.
Yeah, well, sure. And like, listen, we know that somebody ordered a burn cage, and
burn
cage
cage
to the house.
CJ, that's what you were asking
burn
about.
Cage. Grok I just saw a post. People are asking why it's the difference between Blair Burke's statement and Grok is saying he's presumed innocent until a jury decides otherwise after trial. But I mean, he's arrested. So we are saying he's still innocent, but we're saying he was arrested for.
Detained and arrested are two different things, but the LAPD would not mince those words.
Like detained for questioning, like that's different, right?
That's
like
way different than arrested. He was arrested, held without bail. Here's the thing. Detained, there's no bail. Like they don't even mention bail. If you're arrested without bail, that's arrest. That's not detained. You don't get detained without bail.
But yeah, let's finish it because there's a picture now of him being arrested.
Okay. In a different name, but that can be tracked. And I'm sure, you know, how many private individuals are buying cadaver bags? Probably not that many. And, you know, so I think there's things to go on, but I don't think it takes 6 months with top investigators.
So let me break this down. If you're talking about 2 bags, right, and what you know about the bags, you're also concerned by the fact that it looks like just David is the target, but you believe he might have had help here, right? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes, so it's all allegedly, but I mean, I don't see any way that this.
What'd you say?
I don't even remember what I said. Sorry.
You just said something.
Wait, rewind it just a little bit, because what did he say? He said something, and then I was like,
No, he said, do you think others are involved?
Oh, yeah, he keeps saying they. That's what I shouted.
It's done by one person. I just don't. And I also know that the car was moved by somebody other than David. I'm just certain that there was, you know, people that knew about it. Listen, that car was putting off a foul odor. There's even live streams where there's a makeup artist that mentions an odor in the house, and they make up this excuse for it. You know, people knew about this, and everybody that knew about it needs to pay a price, as far as I'm concerned.
Ooh,
but there's only one target.
Is he talking about Neo?
You know, in that.
Is he talking about Neo right there? Like, because he's like, everybody knew, and in those live streams, the makeup one, I think it's that girl Asia and the Neo.
Oh.
In that live stream. I wish I could find it. Let me see if I can find it.
Do you remember though, in that post that I kind of read on the short that you played about cadaver bags, in that post towards the beginning, he says that there multiple people knew, and that he hopes that like they're all get haunted.
Let me see if I can find the tutorial, but yeah, go ahead and finish. There's only like a couple
paperwork, and that is David, and it's also only one charge, and
well,
you know,
I mean, murder's the top charge here, and they seem to suggest. I mean, they seem to suggest. I don't know what evidence
wait, so there is a charge.
He intentionally.
But he hasn't been charged yet. He's not in the system, and he's not going to get charged until Monday, I think.
No, I think that's when it's like gonna go to the DA
for a formal indictment.
Hold on, let's listen to that part again, you guys.
Charge here, and they seem to suggest. I mean, they seem to.
Wait, no, listen right here.
Also, only one charge, and
Well,
you know,
first,
again,
I mean, murder's the top charge here, and they seem to suggest. I mean, they seem to suggest. I don't know what evidence you. I mean, what evidence do you think they have to suggest that he intentionally killed her?
well, I mean, yeah, it's a murder. You know, malice of forethought.
Yeah.
It's so the highest level. You know, that means that this was intentional. This was not. You know, so I don't. You know, I don't know what they have. That I guess that's my whole thing. I don't know, but I know that in order for them to be saying that, they got to have something. So if they've got it, what are we doing? And if you don't have it yet, why can't we start with something? Because there's a lot of other crimes that can be charged here, but this needs to be put in motion. You know, there was evidence left behind that wasn't taken. I don't know why. There's 4 terabytes of surveillance from a house directly across the street that was not obtained. You know, there's missteps here. Okay, and it's been a long time. This girl needs justice, and I'm just gonna start.
And to answer your question, Camilla or Carmina, good to see you. Yeah, why did it take so long? Because, well, there's a few things. One, I think he wasn't in the state, right, CJ? Like that was part of the issue.
He just came back or something because they couldn't get him. That's what we think. But we already have also over on Reddit trying to figure out which house he was in, the hideout, the Hollywood Hills. They're using Google Maps already on Reddit.
And also because that was part of the reason why they were like doing the grand jury thing. But like, yeah, he hasn't been indicted, so that will happen Monday, I think. But right now it's only a charge, and they said it's based on enough like evidence and probable cause. So he's arrested without bail. I don't know what
he hasn't had a probable cause hearing, right? So they're saying the thing I saw from Lauren said that it was verified he was arrested for suspicion of murder. So he's suspected. So I know, Carm, you came in late. She's like, murder 1 out of nowhere. No one's saying murder 1. Right now, it's just he got arrested for suspicion of murder, which is what she was told by the LAPD. And then the LAPD said arrested for the murder of, but there's no like what kind of count it is yet.
Yeah, right? It just said arrested based on evidence and probable cause that was developed. It was not an indictment, but it's going to be presented to district attorney office on Monday, which happens to be 4/20. Just the irony of this whole case is crazy.
Did he fly back? That's what we don't know, Carm. We don't know.
But that's what I.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, but CJ, do you think he was baited back? Like, I feel like someone must have been, because why would he come back? I feel like someone must have been like, dude, you know, like you forgot to clean this up or you forgot to get rid of this. Like, why would he come back?
Yeah, I don't know why he would come back. I don't know why.
Okay, we have 1:52 left on this. You want me to play?
Yeah. Did the guy say murder 1? Carm said he said murder 1. I didn't hear it.
Well, they did say 1 murder charge.
1 murder charge. That's what he said. He didn't say murder 1.
Yeah.
Across the street that was not obtained. You know, there's missteps here, okay? And it's been a long time. This girl needs justice, and I'm just gonna start calling it out. You know, like.
So what about David's family? Why would the prosecutor want them to testify? For what purpose? And I also have to imagine whether or not they would plead the 5th, you know, right against self-incrimination if they wouldn't want to testify against their family member. But what would be the value of them testifying?
I can't see any value in it because, one, did David tell his family? Most likely, no. Well, you're not going to go tell your parents. But even if they did, like you said, they would plead or something. They're not going to give it up. And if we're holding up an indictment for them, because it ends up, it's been confirmed today, they have not appeared in front of the grand jury. Their attorneys confirmed that they still got an appeal process through a state level court going on. So if we're holding it up for what's going to be nothing, just like I'm sure they got nothing out of Neo Langston, you know, like what's missing, and keep us in. There's got to be some, like, keep us informed to some level, because.
Okay, CJ, we have to go back because the chat's saying that they said murder 1. Should we go back to get clarification?
Yeah. If you want to, I'm just let me yeah.
Odor. There's even live streams where there's a makeup artist that mentions an odor in the house, like, and they. Yes,
I need to find that one.
But I mean, I don't see any way that this is also that's putting off a foul makeup. There's only one target in that in that paperwork, and that is David, and it's also only one charge, and
Well,
again,
I mean, murder's the top charge here, and they seem to suggest. I mean, they seem to suggest. I don't know what evidence what evidence do you think they have to suggest that he intentionally killed her?
well, I mean, yeah,
They
He
said
said murder is the top charge, you
top
guys.
charge.
it's a murder, malice aforethought.
Yeah.
It's so the highest level, that means that this was intentional. This was not,
Oh,
so
okay. So he's saying that the word murder is means malice and forethought. So the fact that they're saying murder, but it could be, yeah. So it's not like manslaughter or something. So yeah, murder.
I don't,
They
I don't
did
know
use the
what
word murder.
that I guess that's my whole thing. I don't know, but I know that in
Mhm.
order for them to be saying that, they got to have something. So if they've got it, what are we doing? And if you don't have it yet, why can't we start with something? Because there's a lot of other crimes that can be tried.
Yeah, there's a lot of other crimes. Like he was with a
He was
minor.
she was in there. Somebody's explaining it over on Reddit, what it means. They said
Okay,
they did not indict him. Is the video over or is there still
no. We still had like the last minute. Can we finish
Okay.
it,
Yeah, let's finish it.
please? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, now I got the wheel of death.
I could just read what Reddit was saying about the indictment while you're getting that. So it's saying
But listen, I'm
okay.
No, it's
just through
working.
DMV records. You can,
That's true.
And also, listen, I have the license plate reader data for the last 18 months. I know where that car has been, and I can prove that he's driving and where it's been and stuff. So
Right.
there's so many avenues, but it's slow.
And by the way, Neil Langston is David's purported friend who was arrested in Montana to seemingly appear before the grand jury.
Yep.
All right, Steve, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And again, we are constantly following you on X for the latest updates, but appreciate so much your interest in this case and bringing attention to it.
That was a great interview.
Yeah, it was. And he did name drop Neo there at the end.
Mhm.
Let me see. Can I share?
Yeah, let me hold on, let me go off. Let me take mine off. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
Okay. So here's the picture, you guys. There's David being hauled off with his little glasses and his little afro. What happened? Like,
I
what
don't
happened?
know.
I was just talking to Lara. I was like, I don't know how much of it is the parents. Like, we talked about this in the Koberger stuff, y'all, but like, I don't know. My Roman Empire is always like, where did it go wrong? Because I was telling Laura that he said that he spent most of his time in his sister's closet, in his sister's room, because it was the only place where he would get privacy, and he would sit in there with the door closed, like for hours and hours on end, and just make music. But I was telling Laura, I was like, dang, he was in his sister's closet. Like, I get it, he's doing something creative or productive, and teenagers, they don't like to be around their parents. But I'm like, was it the parents weren't around? But because I did as much research as I could, and they did a whole like little mini documentary of him. He has a statue, y'all. Like
I
this was
remember
a
that
kid-
when you pulled the statue up.
yeah, he has a statue in Texas. Like, this was a kid who was supposedly going places. I mean, his music was dark, but he was like inspiring other kids. He was doing like charity work. Like, I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happened.
Well, but and it takes, but I think that also you have to remember there's also like there's just some evil people. Like some people are born evil.
I
Like
mean,
it takes a certain level of real evil to chop up a body.
could it have been drugs though? Because like when people
I
do
could
something
maybe, yeah,
bath
but I
salts
mean,
and stuff like that. Like,
if
I
it
don't
was
know.
drugs though, there's a lot of thought that was put into this about, they bought the burn cage, they bought the cadaver bags, like they did a lot of very just things that you wouldn't think about doing. And the chopping up of the body, I mean, it just, first of all, watch any real like true crime where they chop up a body. It's not easy. It's never easy. And that's why most of them ended up getting caught, because it's so hard to finish and do, and they leave pieces and stuff. I mean, Taylor to Business left the freaking head in the basement of the guy's house that she chopped him up at. So if it's drugs, they're doing something like that, they're usually like,
And it's the
pretty-
concealment of it afterwards too. That's like, it's one thing if you do something, and I don't know, it's the concealment too for me. Like he said,
Yeah.
they just went about their lives,
And the
I
fact
don't
that he
know.
puts it in the car, leaves the car parked outside on the street in his neighborhood, and then just buys a new car, a new Tesla, and then he pulls up in the driveway. I mean, it's so
Who was here for Gabby Petito? Like that shit was wild. Like he offed himself or whatever, but like the fact that they lied. Like, have y'all seen that documentary where the parents, Petito's parents, were like, Brian Laundrie's parents, like they didn't care about the Petito parents, like heartless. Like I'm talking about heartless, where you're like, oh, now I see why their son did that. And I mean, I don't know. These parents didn't want to go testify. I don't know if you would if he was innocent. But look, this is what no indictment could mean. Someone
Wait, I
said.
pulled something up for you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, this is really funny because I'm just telling you
Can I
guys,
read
like,
this really, really quick just to get it out?
yeah,
And then we could do that one. It
yeah,
says
yeah.
they did not indict him, so my guess is their evidence wasn't strong enough, and that LAPD later obtained very strong evidence of probable cause and arrested him. The DA likely is on board with this. You can be held in jail without charges for 3 days, and the weekends don't count. So the DA has until Monday when they're presenting it to her to give an indictment herself. And that's what
So
somebody else,
funny.
Cam, said in the chat. Like they can hold him for 48 hours. So, but they didn't say that he was being held on suspicion, or maybe that is because she's saying detained. Like, remember with Barry Morphew when they just detained him, but it was just for questioning and they let him go?
Yeah, but the LAPD themselves said he was arrested. That's why I'm like, that's not something LAPD is trained in how to do public statements. They actually use a public information officer. You don't say arrested if it's detained. Like that's a very big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I just was gonna show you
Hold
something.
up.
A hat tip to you. Hold on. Okay, I need to
Christina
add it
said
here.
it was the case that they gave me. No, people were singing the "Guess Who's Going to Jail Tonight" with Kanye West. I didn't want to get
Okay.
copyrighted, y'all. I had like a
We have
good.
to share- before you do, can I just say, thank Christina, you're gonna make me cry. Okay, here. Hours. I did it for CJ as well. That like means so much to me. I don't know why we're talking about
late.
the thing. I was trying to show the statue you pulled up.
Basically comes down to like $9 a
He
week.
does that too. Why aren't we talking about the statue? Oh, here we go. I was just going to show you guys the statue because I remember when you pulled it up and it stuck with me. I was like, wait, they made a statue of him? Like, I didn't even know who he was.
He was a big deal. He was a big deal. This was a kid who people were like looking up to and stuff. That's us. And I get his music is dark, and you always put him in the bloody shirt. That was wild. Because
Yeah,
I
I do
always
always
thought
put
like,
him.
ooh, what if that was real blood? Like that's the thing that gives me
That's
chills
not
on the
real blood,
waistline.
though.
Like, what if that was her blood? I know there was like
$2.99 to become a member, and it says bottom right hand corner when you're a member. House of Chatter talked a bunch of dive on David. We
Look
go
at
more in
this.
depth on it. But this is a bronze statue that was put up, and he's only been famous for a little bit, but he's from Houston. And it says Fountain of Feels, made in collaboration with Spotify's in-house creative team, launched in late August as part of Spotify's Bummer Summer campaign. Celebrating David as one of music's most iconic and emotive artists, we cast the statue in bronze and tears to celebrate all of the artists who put us in our feels. And
Look at that.
let me see if it's so. Yeah, there it is. And there's David next to it. It's about like glamorizing this. So he's, now in a statue of gold. And like I said, all these women have just recently come out on TikTok saying like he didn't do it. The police already is saying. So I don't know if it's like PR bots or if it's real people or what, because prior to this, in the last couple of weeks, I mean, people were like livid with him. Like he had not one. I did not see a single person saying he could be or he might be innocent. Everybody.
Look, Fountain of Feels.
Yeah, the Fountain of Feels. And it's like this whole like he was being uplifted by like the music industry, like as it reminds me a little bit of like XXXTentacion, if you guys know, like all like the SoundCloud artists. And we know he ended up going to jail and because they didn't even like pull his album till way later. And I don't even think his management has dropped him. Like, I don't think anybody's dropped him yet. The brands did start dropping him right away.
That's true, Kenny. Yeah, drugs can do that. Can cause you to do that kind of thing, but I think you have to maybe have some darkness. Yeah, I think that's what I think. I think you nailed it right there. Like, yes, drugs can let them go there or maybe kind of mess up their head a little bit, you still like you have to have that kind of evil in you to do that, to like seriously to harm, like to chop up a body. I mean, it makes
He
and
said, it's
and
wild how many artists have alter egos, kind of like how you have to remove who you really are and become someone else who can handle that lifestyle. I think there's a lot of real evil in Hollywood and in the music industry. Like we know we have there's all kinds of artists that end up, but for the most part, it's to preserve like their innocence and their real you. So alter egos in a way can be a good thing, but I guess if your alter ego is something fiercer, because he would say, I know Carm was saying that he had this like alter ego that would say all kinds of crazy stuff. It's like almost like a comic book character that would slash people up and stuff. Steve
well,
Fisher has been on David's neck, though. I credit him for this getting solved. In my opinion, he dug deep. Well, I don't know if it's because, but maybe he did just post 8 hours ago staying on their neck. So maybe that
there
they
was a
could be
funny
hiding
part
the
though
rest.
towards the end of this where you were saying something, because when we were trying to say like, wait, I think this might be it.
People are
And
now
all these
saying
people are going to be
Marshall was
attacked.
being
What?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh,
involved. Did he
Yeah.
know? And the PDF stuff is different too, because people are like, he needs to be locked up. And I'm like, well, what evidence do they have about the PDF stuff? They have these Discord messages that we don't know if they're legit or not. I went into the Discord servers and I did see some, but it said deleted user. We don't know if that was Celeste or not, if the deleted user was Celeste or not. We know
well, I
that.
definitely don't want to. Oh no, that wasn't it. It was when we're this part here, when you're talking about the bodies. Like, because
we don't really know much about we know his dad is a lawyer, or he works for a law firm, basically consulting on like legal cases and what is it called, like digital forensics and stuff for like
tennis, and her parents wouldn't let her play at all. Also be a teenager, different outcomes.
So this is what David's.
Well, I can't find it. You guys should watch this stream.
But yeah, you guys go watch that stream because it breaks it all down, his childhood.
Because basically, yeah, CJ broke down the childhood. Exactly. And there was a part though where we were like, she's like, well, this part's not that bad. Like maybe it's just a kid. Like, you were showing me, I was like, well, maybe that's just a teenager being rebellious or whatever. But then I forgot what part it was. I wish I knew. I'm so sorry. I wasn't prepared for this because I had no idea I was being arrested. But there's a part where CJ goes like, she says something else like he did. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. Now that's crossed the line. Like now we see the red flag. So there were red flags. I just posted it in the chat. You guys should check that stream out.
That's a deep dive. And yes, Trish, that is a statue of him. That's Spotify.
Yeah.
It's the Fountain of Feels.
It's so weird. What are they gonna do now? Like put him in handcuffs?
If y'all watch that stream, you'll see how uplifted he was in the music community, especially on TikTok. I listened to David. Like I listened to like a couple songs because they were TikTok sounds. So there's like 2 or 3 songs that I knew of his. And they were really like, I felt like good, but then in retrospect, after listening to him, like, oh, he was singing about Celeste, like,
And he was said like weird things like the scalding hot. Remember when he said he threw the scalding hot thing?
Which scalding hot thing?
Like he said something like, if I found out my woman was talking to another man, I'd throw scalding hot.
He posted on his TikTok like reposted like a funny whatever like little TikTok thing that said what you do when you or this is me when but it wasn't him doing it. It was like someone else had posted it and he reposted it. And it was like, this is what I do when I find out my girl cheated. And it was like pouring scalding hot water on him or something. Yeah. It was
that was like started to get dark. I was like, okay, well, this is now dark.
He was
like,
famous with like the Gen Z crowd, like Gen Z and like the like pretty much like 12-year-olds. Yeah. Like Celeste, 12-year-olds to, I would say, early 20s, 25-year-olds. I mean, I don't know. Some 30-year-olds might have listened to him, but mostly he was famous on TikTok.
Look at this is. He said, if you try to run, we have canine on the premises, you will get bit.
All right, so the gate is locked. You want to open the gate?
And he tells them the gate is locked. Do you want me to open the gate?
Wait, hold on. Let me take this off real quick. And is this his point of view? Is this David's point of view?
No, this is someone else with a camera.
At another house or like next door? Or like what?
I
like
think it's next door. Look, this is for someone's screen. Yeah, you want me to start from the...
Yeah, can you restart it? I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's been an hour, but I'm like, we're just chilling. We're just processing this together, y'all. Go ahead.
CJ, your mic.
Yeah, go ahead.
You cut out for a sec.
Oh, I just said, yeah, let's just start it from the beginning. Sorry, I said sorry, y'all, but I just want to hear it from the very beginning because I was
Yeah.
like, wait, is this David?
Yeah, look.
Is it turned all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna obscure my view from the gate. It's gonna
He says it's gonna obscure my view from the gate.
Yeah. Because he has his hands up. He has his hands up and
he
he's
has to get
saying,
to the gate. Go ahead. Are you talking or what happened? Did she freeze? DFJ, are you still there? I think she might have frozen. Okay, I think, let's see. Should we come back to that? Can you guys still hear me? Am I still here? Like, what happened? Let me go back out and back in because I don't know if I'm still in here. Oh, I'm good, CJ. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, so it's just we lost DFJ. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We lost DFJ. I don't know what happened, but let's just continue. Yeah, she's probably gonna come back in. So if you guys are just tuning in, he was arrested. We were just watching the video of him being arrested. DFJ will come back. We can play that. But Wendy, her cousin, allegedly said that Celeste's family had treated her like an animal. Says, I'm so disappointed in my family. Celeste was a human being just like the rest of us. They have lost their minds. You treated her more like an animal, stripping her of her freedom and speech. Just like the rest of us, honestly, we are human beings. They need to understand they can't treat human beings like this. It's disgusting behavior.
I'm back.
All right. Pull it up, the video. I'm just reading what
chatting. I was talking. I was like, CJ, I can't hear you. Where's your mic?
Yeah, no, it was you that had problems, but
Yeah, it was
pull it
me.
up
My
again
internet
because
went
that
out.
video I was sat for. We're just pulling up what Wendy had said. She was saying that that Celeste's family allegedly treated her like an animal.
Do you want me to put? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Here
pull
we
the
go. I'm
video
gonna
up,
play.
please.
Okay.
It's gonna obscure my view from the gate. It's gonna try to run or you try to resist, you will get hit with my lethal and you're gonna hurt. I got you. If you try to run, we have canine on premises and you will get bit. I got you. So the gate is locked. You want to open the gate? Sir? Open the gate.
And
So
like
that
you
was
can
it.
see him. You can see him. Like, see his hands are up right there. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, you can see him through the screen.
Yeah. Who's his neighbor? Who was recording this?
Watch it have been Neo from upstairs because that shit looks like it's like right in his. Because isn't he like in a gated house or something?
No, but
Yes.
see this. I think that I don't know, or if like maybe they share this walkway or something. I don't know where he was, but like this is crazy. And they sent the canines, like they were not messing around. Like this wasn't just a random. You don't just send the canines to an arrest, like any arrest. You know, like this was serious. That's crazy. They thought he might run, I guess.
Oh shit, he's stacked. He's got 3 attorneys now. Okay, TMZ is got the Blair Burke T.
Okay, so do you want me
play
to
it.
go to the main TMZ one?
Here, no,
Here?
I got it. I already pulled it up. Just remove it, and we'll go back into white mode because CJ's in. DFJ's in dark mode. Okay, look, David's attorneys are firing back in a statement. David's attorneys, Blair Burke, Marilyn Berdansky. Who are these women? I'm gonna have to Google it, but let us be clear. The actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. Here's some more pictures, y'all. There's some more pictures right here.
That's the same, like from the arrest.
Yeah.
Quickly entire
There has been no indictment returned. The lawyers added David has only been detained under suspicion. Yeah, that's the same statement that
He's been arrested.
So that was it. But that's T. I didn't know he had 3 lawyers. So I wonder who these other women are. Do they work for Blair Burke or what? But they're 10 toes deep for him. And I'm like, dude, he allegedly is in suspicion of dismembering a body. But yeah, they're saying, why was he arrested without an indictment? So the sleuths are trying to work on any sleuths can figure out where he was staying in
Well,
the
they
home.
must. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there. He probably has a credit card charge for a human cadaver bag.
I mean,
I mean, I just
probable cause. What is like? Because basically they're gonna have like a mini trial to make sure that he can go to trial. Because that's what they did for Larry Milletti. They arrested him and said that they thought he did it, and then he had like a little mini trial with some of the evidence, and there was witnesses called, and then they were like, okay, yeah, there's enough evidence here for a trial. But I wonder if it could also go the other way. There's not enough evidence. Like, what is it? What is his name?
Steve.
The Chipmunk Slayer. Is it Steve?
Oh, Morphew.
Yeah, Morphew.
Barry Morphew.
Yeah, I was like the Chipmunk Slayer because he had a probable cause hearing, and then she was just like, you know what? We're just gonna come back when the snow melts and we can find her body because they fucked up that case so bad.
Oh my god.
And so they let him go. I mean, Chipmunk Slayer has been arrested 3 times.
Yeah, and like he
times.
has, his wife was murdered with the tranquilizer that he's the only person in the entire state who had it.
Yeah. He was the only
I mean,
person.
talk about probable cause.
Yep. And that was a lot of legwork. And now they have her body too. So I don't know, but he's out on bail, right? Like he's out on bond.
And they tried to get her cremated. And then they I think the prosecutors had to file something to stop it.
Yeah.
Why
But we
would they want to
digress.
cremate
I
her?
remember that's what happened in the Barry Morphew. It was like one of those probable cause trials, and then they were like, you know what, we fucked up. We didn't like we don't have enough evidence to get him. Like it was like halfway through it where they realized it, and they were like, due to the fact that we want to wait for the snow to melt, and she wasn't even found there where they thought she was going to be found. They just got lucky finding her body because they were looking for another missing person and they stumbled on her bones.
But okay, so and with that one, it's just weird. It's like if they really thought they wanted justice for their mom and they didn't think it was the dad, why would they want the body cremated? You would want it not cremated until you found the alleged murderer. So everything about that case is so sketchy. I mean, and the daughters. CJ, you never showed the footage you got of the crazy eyes.
I know. We have to do an episode once he comes up. I have a couple of okay, so this is a stream that, let me pull this up real quick, y'all, because I'm going back into Reddit. It says Asia and at Neo and at everyone, they're saying everyone's complicit. So is this like a video of them?
And I look at Christina. She says that'd be crazy if he charged it and the burn bin. Yeah, maybe he bought the burn bin.
What is this video of?
Hey,
Asia and Neo?
CNPB. We're talking about the David. David was arrested. He's the one. It's the case where that minor was found dismembered in cadaver bags in a Tesla.
What were you saying? Sorry. I guess this is just like someone made a video like, hey, this is your homie. This is like a message to Asia and Neo. But I mean, it seems like Neo cooperated. He said, I talked, and his grand jury interview was only 30 minutes. But the manager's was 5 hours. That's why I'm like, did his management know? Because remember, that's the email that SF found of, we don't know if it's true or not.
Mhm.
Obviously, where's Christina with it? Because now I'm like worried Blair Burke is hounding and shit. Like, I don't want no CND, but entertainment purposes, allegedly no one's been arrested. Christina, remember he's been arrested, but where's our allegedly in the chat?
But his lawyers say he's only been detained, but then he has no bail, so that's not just being detained. He's freaking arrested.
And no, there's been no Nancy update. That Midwest pundit.
No, there was
DFJ. Is there a new one?
Just there was some update about DNA today, but I haven't posted because
we knew that the FBI was getting all that stuff. I feel like that was a nothing burger, but no, yesterday the Midway pundit had everybody. TikTok.
I don't know. I don't follow that person, so I didn't know.
Yeah, no, it was all over. Even if you didn't follow him, YouTube was posting. People were like
Can I
acting like
show?
it was
I'll
an
just.
actual press conference.
Can I
It
show
was
you
pretty
on my
crazy.
screen what Brian posted about it?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Okay.
just said it was like DNA from the FBI or something.
Yeah. Yeah, basically just said the hair sample from Nancy Guthrie's house could be significant and comes at a time when scientists are able to get DNA off rootless hair. This was not possible until recently. The technology is advancing quickly more here. So hair from inside the house was sent to FBI lab. And I just have to say, that's reassuring to me that it was sent to the FBI lab and not this lab in Florida that, you know, I just feel like things were taking a little bit too long over there.
Yeah, I don't know about Nancy. I don't know. I have no comment on Nancy.
Trish says we're 70 plus days too late on the hair samples. I know. This
I'm
case
just
is
saying.
insane. Hey, Rose is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Welcome,
they sent
Rosie.
hair to the FBI. That's the only
We're
update.
an hour and 20 minutes in. We're just kind of like browsing the internet to see what else is going on. I mean,
Well,
Celeste's cousin had posted something that we shared about how her family didn't care, and that we knew because SF kept saying, "Where's the family?" And honestly, the only comment I'm gonna say about Nancy is the same thing. Like, where's the family? Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're high profile and is different, but they should be out there like I don't know. I just from doing a bunch of missing persons cases, and again, maybe because they're high profile, but I just like Maya Maletti, who still hasn't been found.
this
Um,
is this
they're
is so
still
funny.
searching for her. They still do search parties for her. Her whole family, her brothers, her sister, like there's no like looking for her. It's like, do they not think that she's somewhere like in the desert around there? And you know that statistically, it's more common for them to be closer to the house than not. Like
So
it's weird.
can I this is funny. So Pima County Sheriff said this is exactly what Trish was saying. They sent the hair to their lab first and then it was sent to the FBI. So Pima County keep messing up this case. They're like, "Oh, it's not new. Like our lab will share stuff with the FBI." Why don't you just send it to the freaking FBI to begin with? Like you have that resource, use it. I cannot stand this case is so infuriating. Did I say that right?
But I just feel like this I've already heard. I feel like, wait, didn't the FBI already have the DNA? So I'm just like,
No, but this
yeah,
is different.
Zach
This is the
posted
hair.
today. Zach
No,
posted today. He's
CJ,
like,
they had I think that we didn't know it was hair. Now we know it's hair. That's the only difference.
Zach
Remember?
posted every update on Nancy is a scam. And I'm like, for real. Like, I don't know with the
Okay, but
Nancy updates.
I feel like you kind of like missed what I was trying to say there was that the Pima County is trying to cover their butts again because now the FBI finally got it. That's what I'm saying. They're like, "Oh, well, we've always shared it." No, but you should have done it like days ago, like like Trish said 70 days ago.
But so they never did, but I'm almost certain that I saw somewhere that the FBI was being sent to the FBI. So
Yes,
maybe
but
I'm
what I'm
tripping.
saying what I'm saying is that now we know it's hair, and then I think that it got sent to the FBI late is basically what, in
Oh,
my
so then
opinion.
when they said they sent it, they never sent it, basically,
Yeah,
is what happened.
exactly. Thank you.
Okay, I got you. Because I'm like, like when I read it, I was like, this is old news. I thought this was already like this already happened.
Yeah,
But
the
FBI
FBI
wasn't
offered,
interested.
sheriff said no. Exactly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part. Because last I had seen it was like they had said this is closer and this is where everybody's at, but the FBI is still gonna get it. So I just assumed
No,
that
but they've been stonewalling this case because of that sheriff and that stupid lab, and he just wants everything sent there instead of working with the FBI. And so it's just like after Florida gets it, then it goes to FBI. It's really kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking what kind of substances he was using. His eyes were back to David. Um his eyes were like weird in some of those streams though. I was trying to find the stream for y'all where the makeup artist talks about the smell. Footage shows David arrested surrounded by gun-wielding cops. Yeah, they look at that. They got all the
And I can't believe they sent the canines. It's crazy.
Yeah, people are just talking about like the family. Like the family hasn't put out a statement yet. But I think also there might be some like Like, I don't know if her family's like legal and stuff, so maybe that's why the
Okay.
family.
Oh, that's old. Never mind. I was just gonna see if Lauren posted anything else. No, I think that's the latest. Wow. I mean, CJ, this was crazy. We've been waiting. We're like, what is taking so long? And I thought I had no idea that this was actually going to finally happen. It'll be really interesting to see what they have. And I guess on Monday we'll have to pull up those documents.
The mugshot, we might get the mugshot by tomorrow. And then people are saying
Yay.
the FOIA request for the body cam. Yeah, I'm sure people. Paula Mooney is one that she's where we got the
Oh, but they're going to stonewall that
chipmunk
FOIA
player.
request. This is LA.
Yeah,
The
people already
LA
asking about
LADA
that,
will
but, like, the
stonewall that
Secret Police
request.
are already on it, y'all. People are like, where was he? I'm thinking it was the same Hollywood Hills home where the car was parked at. It looks similar, no?
I think it looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, who is Marilyn Bedarsky and Regina Peter? That's what I want to know. Who are they? Do they work for Okay, here's Marilyn Bedarsky. But remember his dad's a lawyer. His dad's a lawyer too, so he probably trial cases
What
in
kind of
state and federal.
lawyer?
I have no idea. I'd have to look it up. I forgot. But yeah, I know his dad's a lawyer. She's a super lawyer. Marilyn Berdasky is a partner at MBL Law, career criminal defense attorney who works with the death penalty. Ooh, could they be
Oh,
thinking?
wait, mine's still up there. Do you want me to put yours on?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it was already up there.
This was just to explain the whole indictment. He did a really good job. I think he did this better than most people, just explaining what the process was.
Who?
SF Investigates.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he did.
It says that arrest by complaint means there will be a preliminary hearing to determine probable cause. This is a public hearing where evidence is presented and witnesses are questioned under oath, something that's bypassed with a grand jury indictment. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, sorry. Here, let me get this off.
Sorry, I thought it was already up there. Okay. Oh, well, I was like trying to put it and then you're like, okay, there we go. So this is Marilyn Berdansky. She's in her own litigation, McLean Berdansky. It says she's a criminal defense attorney.
What did it say at the top?
McLean Berdansky, LLT, criminal defense and civil rights lawyers. But what I found interesting is that she specializes with death penalty. So I wonder if that's why they got him. Maryland tries cases in state and federal courts and has tried
They
hundreds
don't
of
have death penalty in California.
They don't? Okay, maybe not then. She's tried RICO, money laundering. I wonder how he got or why he got two other ones. Because the other one seems like she's a paralegal for Burke or something, or maybe she's just like another lawyer that works for her or something. We'll go look at the other name. But Maryland successfully represented a man wrongfully convicted for 17 years and obtained an $8.3 million settlement from the city of Los Angeles. Let's see what else. Aggressively investigated an alleged drug transaction and parole search and successfully convinced the federal judge that multiple LAPD officers' testimony was wrong. Like the OJ, their shit better be tight. This better not be we're lucky that Koberger, said he was guilty because that case had a ton of flaws in it. Like the fact that they let everybody step all over everything, and I hope that it wasn't like a fumbled the bag like Pima County.
I don't think it's going to be anything like that. Those at all. Like the LAPD deals with murders and crime every day, whereas like in Moscow, Idaho, that was their first homicide in 7 years. So LA is a different story. If you are going to be offing people in LA, most of the people will have experience with that. It's not going to be like what we're dealing with these idiots over at Pima County. And the only idiot really at Pima County, I have to say, is the sheriff, to be honest. And then, but with Moscow, it's not their fault necessarily. It's just like, I mean, everything there was bad. When the evidence freezer went out and they're like, oh, it's just only 8 hours for all this DNA evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope that they cross their eyes. And obviously, like with the evidence, there's really like her body and stuff was decomposed, so there's only so much they could have done with that. But I do know they gave the car back. Like that car got like sent back
Yes,
to the impound lot and then bought by somebody.
which
Somebody
is
bought that car.
disgusting. Who would buy a car that had like a decomposing body in it? You cannot, that smell's never going away.
So I guess it doesn't have a picture of her, but yeah, Regina Peter is just an associate, and here's her LinkedIn over here. Hold up.
Good morning, Mary Nash. She said that she was woken up and from a dead sleep, but she wants to say hi.
So this is
Hello.
Regina Peter, who's a partner and associate at Blair Burke's. So that's who's defending him. It's this, and then Blair Burke, and then this lady, Marilyn. Which is crazy that it's all women. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I get it. He has the right to a defense, but I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, if they think he's innocent, they're trying to fight for him, right? But, and maybe he still might be. We don't know. We don't know, y'all. We don't know. Could have been somebody else. There's still a possibility that he was framed. There's still a possibility.
Well, this is true, Christina. I mean, technically, California does have the death penalty, but it's paused. But like that's what I'm saying. For what, 7 years now, that there's been no death penalties. Like he issued an executive order halting all executions for the duration of his administration, and whoever's coming in is not, in my opinion, is not going to be reversing that. I just think that California will never have the death penalty again.
Mm. Well, that's who's. Let's see if we can find anything else. If not, we're gonna wrap it up
I
because
mean,
have
it's the
a
same
morning show.
state that lets out serious criminals after the age of 60. And that's like a whole nother mess. So
But yeah, if we don't have anything else, I'm gonna do one last look on Reddit and see if there's anything else new on Reddit and X. Because I have the morning show in the morning, y'all. We're doing a Friday medley. We're gonna do some more of the Blake stuff. We're gonna do some more of the Katy Perry stuff. We're gonna look into an update on the Kim stuff. One of her old cases got dragged back up.
what do you think they'll do with his statue if he ends up getting actually like?
I think they've already taken it down.
No way.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure.
But they took it down for just, I mean, they didn't have any evidence to like.
I thought I heard something like that because I know that their Spotify took all like the promo and all that stuff that they were, and it was part of like a Spotify thing. But I'll have to double check if the statue also came down. But the whole Spotify promo that all that was surrounded around, they basically dropped him on all of that because remember he had just released the Fortnite song too, so Fortnite dropped him, Spotify dropped him.
And what happened with his concerts? Like, when did he stop touring?
It wasn't until like way later. It was, remember, she was still touring like weeks after they found her body.
Right?
I think it was like a month later or something.
Oh my God, you're going to be so excited.
Mm.
This is Lauren and Steve. You want to see?
Yeah. What did they go on?
It was also on News Nation, but this was new. Oh, never mind. No, this is new. Yeah, this was 20 minutes ago.
Look, this is him actually walking. Am I still sharing?
Yeah. I'm waiting for you.
This is from that picture. It's him actually just walking down. That's crazy. Like, yep, they got you.
Okay, you want me to play this?
Yeah.
Advocating. If anybody knows you, you have been quite vocal advocating for David's arrest for quite some time. But like they said, just an arrest, no charges yet. Isn't that confusing? Wasn't there a grand jury that was impaneled?
It's really confusing, and I'll tell you, I tweeted about this exact thing before that statement came out. I was surprised that this arrest was by complaint. It was not in the DA's office to consider being charged. This is not an indictment of the grand jury. So either the grand jury would fail to return an indictment, or for some reason they didn't send it to the grand jury for an actual vote. So either one of those, I'll tell you, it worries me a little bit.
Explain to our audience why it worries you. Before you do, let me just read you. This is the statement from the LA County DA's office. Our office is aware of the arrest of David Anthony Burke by the Los Angeles Police Department. The case is expected to be presented to the Major Crimes Division, at which point prosecutors will review the facts and evidence to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to file charges. At this time, additional information is not available. We will share an update on Monday once a filing decision has been made. First, two questions to you, Steve. Were they aware that LAPD was going to arrest him? And two, why does this worry you? You're saying maybe the case is not strong?
I don't know if for sure if they were made aware. Normally, in circumstances, they would be, but I don't know. Is there now a break possibly between LAPD and the DA's office on this case? It could be, because we know that there was a grand jury impaneled. We know that because the filings that the DA's office did in Texas, that was by the DA's office, so they're aware of this case. The fact that they didn't arrest him by indictment, and strategically would make sense that they go for an indictment, I guess, if they want to keep everything really private like they have done. But now it's got to go to a preliminary hearing. So I don't know if there was they couldn't come to terms, and LAPD said, "Listen, we're just gonna throw it out there and arrest him."
Wait,
and,
can you pause it
see
real
if
quick?
the DA's office could
Yeah.
charges or not.
Well,
you
look,
know?
I don't want to
Right,
get
yeah.
copyrighted or whatever. But because I also wanted to say that, damn it, I lost it too. What were they
What?
talking about? They were talking about the arrest. Oh, that I thought maybe they did it because he was trying to run. That's my theory. Because like, why would they
Yeah.
do it if they didn't have an indictment yet? Like maybe
But how long has he actually even been in California? Like, was this the first chance they had to arrest him since their investigation? Because he took off like pretty quickly. Remember?
there's like some streamers talk about how it wasn't him, somebody stole his car, but that theory like is long gone because allegedly there's communications between them, and there's the picture from the one schoolmate of him in the parking lot allegedly. That's I don't know if any of this is legit, but and then the teacher saying that she was dating a musician.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. All right, go ahead.
Right. I mean, this could have been just an investigative grand jury gathering evidence, locking in testimony. Maybe they didn't feel they could get a majority of jurors to believe that there was enough probable cause for a charge. Maybe unlikely because, a grand jury is relatively low standard.
Is that it? It was just like a little piece. Well, wow. I
Wow.
mean,
Yeah.
y'all go support Lauren and Steve, because I mean they're out there. They were the ones staying on David's neck and stuff. I hate everyone is saying she was 14 when she was alive at 13. Yeah. And then
Mhm.
supposedly she was 12 or 11 even when she was talking to him. So I don't know.
Which
All
is
of this is
crazy.
alleged. That's
Like
the
11, that's like a baby. She was a baby.
That's the part that's weird because we do see him with Celeste on a stream. That is a fact.
Yes. Yeah.
That is a fact. We played that video a couple times where she references like Epstein Island or something. Like there was yeah, that was the weird ass stream. And so the theory that it's somebody else, unless it's someone else in his circle, right? This wouldn't just be a stranger who stole the car or put her in the trunk. Because at one point I was like, did she put herself in the trunk? But then when she was dismembered, I'm like, no, that's not. She can't dismember her own self. There was a point where I was like, was she like, how like there's those videos where the girlfriends will try and hide in the trunks to like catch their boyfriends cheating or whatever, like in the back of the
No.
car. I was like, did she do something like that and then get
Nope.
stuck in the trunk?
Not
But
when she's chopped
dismembered.
up.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it another looky-loo on X. That was a good find. Thanks. But yeah, I'm seeing this stream, like some of the top streamers over on Twitch that are like saying that it's not him, that that this is not.
What?
Yeah, Jay Bow, I forget what his name is, Jay Bow something. He was like, they stole his car. I'm like, there's no way. That theory went out the window a long time ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
Miss Cliff too.
it's the whole thing is crazy. Yeah, let's do one last check and like you guys 420, we're gonna find out something.
Yeah, so look at this right here.
Yeah.
It says, David has been caught writing about blood rituals. Maybe that's why it took so long for the satanic. Hopefully the truth is brought to light, but I guess, yeah. I'm just checking X to see what the latest is here. But yeah, everyone's like up late reporting and held without bail. So that's what I'm saying. He's held without bail with.
No, Carmina, you missed this.
What?
She said Steve said dismembered was because she was in there so long, not actual dismemberment. No.
No.
He said she was chopped up.
Like, this wasn't just a dismemberment, it was like a brutal dismemberment.
Brutal chopping up of the body parts, like intentional, psychotic, evil.
It wasn't
Not
even like a straight clean dismemberment, he said.
yeah,
Said that she didn't like just in his theory, allegedly, is that she didn't just overdose and then they chopped her body up. Like, he thinks she was like maybe even hacked, like alive or something. Like, I don't know. He says it was brutal. Like, that's what it sounded
yeah.
like to me. Like, because he's like, I don't think it was just an overdose.
And also it was in 2 separate bags. It's like and it takes bones and stuff, they don't just like dismember because they're in there a long time.
Yeah, it says the evidence, some kind of leaked conversation was popping up on Discord, and David fans were still spreading it too. That's the thing that all these people knew in these Discord channels too. It's just like how many people knew. I don't know. The manager, allegedly, according to SF, got an email about Celeste being over there.
CJ,
Yeah.
so okay, if someone knew, who in his circle do you think would be the person who knew?
Mm.
Like, do
Well,
you think his parents knew?
they might have known that he was dating her, but maybe they thought she was older. Because remember, a lot of people said that she would say that she was like older. So
Yeah.
if she was 17 and he was 19, because he's what, 21 now. So if he was 17 and she was 19, like if that's what the ages were then, and his parents might not have seen anything wrong with it, because we do know that Celeste might have been at one of the weddings of his manager, right? Like, wasn't there like a picture that had surfaced about that where she was at a wedding? Or there was no, she was sitting next to his brother at a concert, his younger brother, Celeste
Wasn't there
too.
something about going to Santa Barbara together?
No, that's where they think, SF Investigates was saying that they had found out that he made a trip to Santa Barbara alone
Oh,
in the
yeah.
middle of the night.
Yeah,
That's
you're
when they
right.
think he chopped her up, but then it's like, that theory doesn't make sense to me because why wouldn't he have just left her over there?
Yeah.
Or did he leave with her there, like, on a trip, like what you're saying, and then something happened? But it's like, why would he I don't know, to me, but it's like, where is it Khaleesi who says, "Don't be criming"?
Don't
Like,
be
what, like,
criming.
dumb criming? Because 'Cause I'm like, it's worse than Donna Adelson. It's worse than speaking of Donna Adelson, if you guys follow the Pooh Shiesty case, he was, like, literally on the jail phone talking about how Gucci Mane, wasn't gonna make it to the courthouse. That's how he said it. And that's basically like a threat on his life, and I'm like I was like, he must have learned it from Donna Adelson. But yeah, she was a bad crimer too, because she called her son and was like, "What countries do not extradite?" And like just
Oh,
doing the most, calling the jail phone. And then she
nothing
accidentally
suspicious.
hung it up, and she didn't. So then there's like a whole conversation of her and her husband talking about how like she was involved. Oh man, Donna. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe he was not smart in his crime because like who would think that the body wasn't going to start smelling like, and then they had the incinerator, the burn cage. Like, did he just not have enough time and had to just hurry up and leave and thought he'd have time to come back? Like, what do you think happened? Do you think that like
Well,
because he had it, and then Carm just said that the investigation's already fucked up because they left all that stuff in his house.
yeah, well,
SF Investigates the one that found the incinerator, unless they just took a
mhm.
picture of it and left it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I always say like it's not easy to get rid of a body. And so like whatever happened, I don't feel like it was just something gone wrong, like a she overdosed or something, and it's someone they cared about, and they just wanted to get rid of it. I mean, what they did here was really it was demented, in my opinion. I don't know if they were trying to cover up for something else, you know, which I'm not even sure why they would. It was already known he was having a relationship with a minor, so what worse could he have done? But yeah, something fell apart along the way, or they just didn't realize how hard it is to get rid of a body. Like, you don't have a lot of time. It starts to decompose right away. They're heavy, they can
They said
attract bugs.
she was there for months.
Yeah.
So what do you mean they didn't have? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Did he accidentally go on tour not knowing that, like, like he didn't think, he thought he could come back or something, and then it was like, oh no, the tour, like we have to go to another date. Because at one point there was a timeline that was
Well,
built.
if they were planning, let's say they wanted to use the burn cage.
I have that timeline. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay, so for the burn cage, it's not even legal to use like in a residential area. That would have, I think that they realized it. Maybe they read the box or something, or they Googled it or chat GPT'd it. And they're like, yeah, that's not a great idea to do in a Los Angeles neighborhood. It would look like a huge fire, and you would probably attract like the fire department or 911. So I think like they realized they were running out of time. Their plan sucked. I don't know why they didn't just put her in a random freezer or something. I mean, all of this is terrible things. But the fact that their mind went to, let's chop her up, put her in cadaver bag. The cadaver bag part really freaks me out.
Oh, maybe he thought that was gonna conceal the smell. Like
I know,
I'm
but
just
that's
telling
also
you.
so stupid. Like when they use cadaver bags, they're put in the morgue, like in a freezer still. So it's just, but they decide to leave in a car in Los Angeles in a frunk. That's so, and maybe like you said, they thought the car would have been gotten towed. But again, why chop the body up like that? And if it's chopped up like that, there is evidence somewhere. That is so much DNA, the blood, the cells, the skin, like everything. So there's somewhere there's a scene where maybe they found evidence, and I
Well,
don't know.
they thought there was also the theory that they thought maybe they
No,
left
she
him in the
wasn't
car.
pregnant. They already told us she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, they might have thought that like there was a theory that when cars get towed, they get like if they don't get picked up or whatever, that they get like what do you call it? Like crushed or whatever, like demolished. There's a word for it, but y'all know
Yeah,
what I mean. And so there was a theory that like, oh, they wanted the car to get towed. That's why they were just leaving it there to get ticketed, because they thought it would just go to the tow yard and then it would get crushed. But it just took so long for it to
I
actually get
think
towed.
this, Christina, because that's what's so weird. I mean, maybe they thought it would get towed sooner than it did, because yeah, that smell is what got them caught. And but someone was moving the car when the car was still smelling bad. And didn't we figure out that is while he was still gone? That's how we know that someone else.
Yeah, because he was gone and the car was being moved. And SF Investigates said that there's like footage of somebody driving the car, right? I believe there was
Yes.
footage, and it had a bunch of those pine scents, whatever scent fresheners. There's like 4 or 5 of them in the front of the mirror. Okay, let's wrap up with this timeline real quick, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up here because I have to do a show in the morning. Um, Meantime, I'm gonna read the timeline. DFJ is gonna do one quick little comb through of anything else we know. But this is a timeline, y'all. February 2024, Celeste was first reported missing. So that was a year ago, right? No, 7 months ago. 7 months ago. April 5th, 2024, reported. Oh no, this is when she was first, reported missing again. Oh, so this is when she was missing. Okay, so yeah, it was a year ago. Missing again from Lake Elsinore, because remember she ran away once
Mm-hmm.
and then she came back, and so there's video. Remember she's cussing at her neighbor?
Yeah, and they had video at that, like, what is it called, the gas station thing.
Oh yeah, that the little mini mart where she
Yes.
like left, and we think that's when she like left the second time, the April 5th time. Reported missing again from Lake Elsinore. Missing persons flyers circulate around SoCal all of April. Right there. Seen on surveillance in the spring walking to the liquor store. That's the last known footage of her that we know of, we think. Okay. PI Steve Fisher identifies last known photo of Celeste. Oh, because there was pictures that he got off of a phone or something, right? Where did
I
he get
don't
those pictures? There
I
was
don't know.
pictures
Wasn't he hired to investigate by the landlord or something?
Oh, yeah, he was. I
And
forgot
so I
about that.
think that he said that people came to him with information or something.
Yeah, I did. Oh, so that's why Carm was saying that he helped solve this, because he was the one that he was actually doing
Mhm.
like detective work. Oh, I forgot about that part. Okay, September 8th, the body was found in the front of the Tesla, the front trunk. Remains officially identified 8 days later as Celeste Rivas Hernandez. So in this week, between here and here, people still were like, oh, he didn't do it. Like, he's on tour. Like, he couldn't have done anything. Like, what the heck? But then when we found out that it was Celeste and then people knew him, and the way that we found out it was Celeste was because her mom called and said, my daughter was dating David, right? Isn't that what happened? She called TMZ and was like, my daughter was dating
Was
David.
it?
I think it's
I
her.
thought, was it her or was it someone else? But it was someone. TMZ said someone called them, but I don't think it was the family. Was it? It could have been. I didn't think so though.
It was the mom.
Maybe.
Because I always thought that was weird. Discord chats and alleged live stream clips with David surface online. Teacher says, oh, this is the teacher part. Celeste knew David and met him online. LAPD searched his Hollywood Hills home. So that's what it was. I think that was his Hollywood Hills home. The sleuths are like, where was he? Where was he? That looked like the same Hollywood
That
Hills
did.
where the car was.
Yeah.
So that was stupid. Did he go back there or something? No,
That's
because
what I'm saying.
they
I
moved him
think
out
he
of
was
there.
I think he was baited to come back. I think that whoever else, maybe Neo or whoever got a deal, and they're like, "Yo, just let him know that like he needs to come back." Like, I think it was a sting almost, and to get him back here. Why would he come back unless they were like, "Hey, there you didn't clean this up or something." I don't know. I'm just saying it's the whole thing's weird.
Okay. David cancels tour. So here it is, Carm. September 19th, he cancels the tour.
But wait. He was renting that home, right? Well, I feel like he wouldn't be allowed back there, would he?
No, because remember the landlord asked him to investigate, and he had already moved all his stuff out. Remember we had all the trucks?
Yeah,
Is this a
so
different Hollywood Hills
I
home?
think this
Or
has
is
to
it
be a
someone
different
else's?
home. I think it has to be a different home.
Oh, remember there was 2 houses? Didn't SF go to the other house? Remember?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, this is the part where I was like, oh, he guilty. So I'm just joking. Allegedly, I don't really mean he's actually guilty. This is when I thought like he might be guilty. Sorry. I gotta watch my mouth because Blair's a top dog over there. David transfers Texas property and vacates his LA home. So this is when he moved out. But when he transferred his property to his parents, I was like, you don't just do that if you don't think something's coming. But then again, I mean, maybe he's like, oh shit, I'm going to be looked like as a suspect. There's been weirder things. There was a case, and I wish I could find it. It took me like 2 days to try and find it one day, and I still can't find it. It was a case about this this guy who lived with his grandmother, like an elderly lady, or maybe it was his mom or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I remember this case.
remember, and she, like, they thought he unalived her, but it was
Yeah,
literally just a random that saw her porch light on who had like
yeah,
done it right before the son got home,
I
and
do
he went to
remember.
jail and everything. And then it wasn't him, and everybody was like, it's you, because when he got there, he touched everything. And obviously, because he saw her there and he like started touching everything. So I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Never say never. Like the Beeb says, never say never. Cause I mean, he still could be innocent. There's all this stuff. I don't know if he's innocent about the PDF stuff, but then again, even with that, if he thought she was 17 and he was 19, like maybe, I don't know. It just depends if he knew or if he didn't know and what they're going to get from his, cause now that he's detained, can't they get like his phones and all that? Like if he had a phone on him when he got arrested?
Yeah.
TMZ releases the neighbor surveillance video of Celeste. Yeah, okay.
But let's be real. If he got a new Tesla, he's gonna get a new phone.
Yeah, that's true. Homeowner hires PI Steve Fisher. Remember when we were talking about Rick Allen from Bridge Guy fame? Isn't that his name? Richard Allen?
Yeah, yeah.
And you were just like, I just don't know. Like, are you sure? Like, because me and DFJ talk about Richard Allen and Bridge Guy.
That case still confuses me.
Yeah, because she's like, was it really Richard? But I think that it was a bunch of people, and I think it was the guy who owned the property who passed away, and but I think Richard was definitely involved. But she's like, but none of his DNA was on him. I'm like, all I gotta know is that he matched the voice, Bridge Guy. He lied about like not passing by them or not seeing them, whatever, and then he confessed. But then obviously he was in the hole for a couple days, and people said it was like a mental illness confession or whatever. But that's what I'm saying. There's all these cases that like you never know. Here's where the homeowner hires the PI was on October 14th. And then the grand jury convenes mid-November. So it wasn't that long from when she was found, September, October, November. It was 2 months the grand jury convened. Court ordered sealed Celeste autopsy. Conflicting reports about the body. Oh, remember the frozen part? LAPD refutes frozen, dismembered claims that her body parts were like frozen.
Yeah,
Forgot about that part. So
that
maybe that's what they thought. Like they took her out of the freezer, put her in the cadaver bags, and just didn't realize that it was going to melt that fast.
I mean, but that's so stupid. I mean, something went wrong in this plan. I mean, or maybe someone checked out. They're like, I don't want to be part of this no more.
And stopped moving the car.
Yeah.
Medical examiner confirms secrecy, disagrees publicly. Oh, they disagree with it publicly. Oh, I didn't know.
Let me
the
just
medical examiner
answer
disagreed.
this question. Was he in LA or did people? No, he was in LA, but he was not in the house he was at before because the landlord they had terminated his lease or he terminated his lease. I don't know, but like he wasn't going back, and we already saw that they had moved his stuff out, so it was just a different place.
Yeah, he vacated the 23rd. And then his business manager, Robert Morgenroth, that's when he like, I remember what he said when he went out the courtroom. He was like I wasn't in his day-to-day affairs. Like he said something like basically he was just
Yeah,
a business manager.
I remember that.
Neo Langston, that's Neo, the one we've been talking about, his best friend.
Former best friend.
Former best friend, arrested and returned to LA. But he even said that warrant they had for him he was like he said it was no good or whatever. But anyways, they basically brought him back to testify in front of the grand jury, and it was only 30 minutes. People were like, what? Only 30 minutes? Like, did he? But maybe DFJ's right. Maybe he turned like state's witness or whatever they call it. Like, when he cooperates.
Or a plea deal, some sort of plea deal.
Yeah, that could be it. Tesla moved from LAPD evidence hold to impound. Tesla nearly auctioned, pulled hours before sale. So it didn't get sold? It did or it didn't get sold?
Well, maybe I did and it got pulled right before.
Can you look it up, Christina, real quick while we finish going through the timeline if you're still here? If it was auctioned off?
No, I think that's right. No, I think it was nearly sold. So that was the crazy part. I was like, you're going to sell that? Who would buy that? But then I remember it was pulled and I can't remember why. Did he pull his own car?
Yeah, if you can look it
I
up.
think he did, right?
No, I don't think he was the one buying it. It was somebody. It said that the buyer was anonymous. I thought the SF had posted that the buyer was anonymous. Neil Langston testified before the grand jury February 4th. Prosecutors subpoenaed David's family, but why was the family subpoena? That's the thing that's like, why do they need the family? Maybe, what if they had evidence of communications between the family and him? Like what SF was saying that he confessed or whatever. It says court filings reveal David is a target. That's when the court filings came out. And then April 9th, which was a couple days ago, DA Hochman, the case is still under investigation, no charges.
Hochman sucks as a DA, though.
So yeah, it says she attempted to put the timeline together. But yeah, you guys, I think that might be all she wrote. I'll do one last refresh for y'all, but justice for Celeste, you guys, like justice for Celeste. That is what we want. Hopefully that's what we get.
And the last thing I'll go off. I think this is a good, funny way to close it. Do you guys know? Can I share this? Am I on?
Let me remove myself. Hold on. There you go.
Oops. Do you guys know this? Jack, never a truer word. He breaks down people's words, and he said, because he was talking about what Blair's statement was, and he said, did not murder and was not the cause of death. Curious wording. And she's like, yes, break it down. He's like, I'm not sure what it says, but it does show a mindset that murder and death could be two different things. Example, accident, overdose.
Okay,
So
let's look at the statement one last time before we go.
Okay.
What is can you read it? Or
let us be clear. The actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. There has been no indictment returned by any grand jury in this case and no criminal complaint filed. David has only been detained under suspicion. We will vigorously defend David's innocence. And so he's been arrested under suspicion, not detained, but they're just using that word.
The double, like he's not her murder or her cause of death. He didn't murder her and he didn't cause her death.
So
That's
he just chopped her up and concealed the body.
They're saying there's songs about him and Celeste, though. Like, I mean, who knows if they are about Celeste or not? I mean, he has an alter ego that commits murders. I mean, the evidence is stacked on him.
Well, I am looking forward to Monday for one. I have to wake up so early tomorrow. We're getting the headstone for my grandfather, but then I'm looking forward to sleeping for like a day or two and to catch up on sleep. But this was crazy.
Are
Good.
you not gonna like
Justice.
read all the paperwork that's dropping tomorrow in the Blake Lively case?
Oh my God. We'll
It's like a
see.
ton of stuff. There's like the objections to anything, to the unsealings. There's the M
Do you
job
think it's going to be
response.
dropped like super late, like right before the deadline?
Yeah, I think so too. Because Carol was asking me like, "Oh, I'm gonna be doing the filings." I'm like, "I don't think they're gonna be dropping that early. I think that's gonna be like a Saturday thing to do shows on it, unless it does drop in the early afternoon. But very rarely do they. They always wait till the last minute."
I know. I feel like they usually wait to the last minute, especially Lively's team. And,
Um,
they don't want that stuff getting picked up. This is terrible for them because she doesn't like when, stuff gets picked up on the weekend. So they're going to try to do it really, really late, I think. But who knows? You never know with her team of Delulu lawyers.
who's still here, y'all? Let's thanks CJ and for the late night tea. Yep.
Thank you,
Roses
mods.
is a
Thank you, Just
member.
Khaleesi and Laura and Christina.
Roses, all our members. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
supporting us.
thank you, Kenny and Roses
Y'all
and all
help
the
us
whole
with
chat.
coffee for all the late nights and early mornings. I know a lot of y'all had to check out, but thank you to Pam, everybody, Deborah, appreciate you, girl. Both Pams as well. Everybody who hung in here. Kenny, I forgot to bring up your comment. She said she knew somebody whose kid got into drugs and did some crazy crap.
No,
So
yeah, I did. I pulled it up.
okay, we did okay.
Yeah, because what her point was like, yeah, drugs can make people do wild things, but they also, I think, only if you have a certain amount of like evil in you to do what happened to Celeste, in my opinion. It's not every day we see people chopped up in cadaver bags in frunks of a Tesla.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
I'm
different
glad that
level
I
of
got
crazy.
to share this moment with you because we really did want justice for Celeste. It's bittersweet because I mean she's still not here with us,
Yeah.
but in a way, and I know we talk so like, nonchalantly about like, oh, it was dismembered, but if you really think about it, it's some messed up stuff. Like it's
It
really
is.
crazy, poor thing. And I was just telling DFJ how it hit me because after, being exposed to all this stuff for a while, it's like we hadn't really talked about the dismemberment of Celeste for a while. So I had kind of like not really forgotten that she was dismembered, but I didn't really think about the way that she was found or, that she died. I just knew that, we were trying to get justice for her and we wanted an arrest. But then once he's arrested and it reminded me, and especially this little picture of her right there, how it's kind of like a magazine that's tore up, which I don't know why they did this picture like that. Like, I don't know if you see her face is all crinkly.
No,
I'm
I
like,
did. I was kind of curious what that was about,
I was
but
like, I don't know why they made that picture that way,
maybe
but
it's like putting the puzzle pieces together. Like I want to know what happened, why it
yeah,
happened, so we can make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. And also, if people that this evil don't get caught, they often reoffend and maybe learn from their mistakes. So everything, this is going in the right direction and we will see it through until the end, right, CJ?
yep, we're gonna be here Monday for the indictment, and like, yeah, we'll see what Blair Burke can do. She's an aggressive attorney. We'll see if she's gonna defend him aggressively, if she's gonna be successful in this or not. But
Not
she's
much you can do if you bought burn cages and cadaver bags.
yeah, if there's that, I mean, there's really. But hey, there's been cases that have like a lot of evidence and people walk. So never
Yeah.
say never. We appreciate you, chat. Thank you, DFJ.
Yeah, thank you, CJ.